What up, though, man? What it be like, man? This shit, man, Bellady Williams up in the building. I got brother Thomas with me today, man. Yeah, man. Welcome back, man. Welcome back.
Good to be back. Sorry for the hiatus. Just been living life and trying to get things together. Things finally seem like at least slowly, but they're trying to fall into place. So,
Ain't nothing wrong with that, man. It's a good thing. It's a good thing.
always.
Man, baseball is my favorite sport.
Okay.
Football is my second favorite.
Okay.
So I know that segue was not what I expected it to be, but check this out. Check this out. I love music. I love me some music.
Okay.
But I guess other people love music just as much. And let's just pick a random music group out the atmosphere. Let's just say Coldplay. I'm just saying. Oh, when you out cheating and you banging your secretary.
HR. Head of HR. Thank you very much.
Oh, when you out banging the head of HR, the ones that's supposed to uphold the rules,
Of no
you can
fraternizing. Yep.
you can do whatever you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Don't be embarrassed. You hold it down. You know what I'm saying? If you walk around, look here. If you like Jim, Joan, Tim, and Tyrone, you can do whatever you want to do. You can lay it down the most ignorant way humanly possible. And ain't nobody gonna say nothing about it. Not your wife, not your girlfriend, not your mistress, not even the kids. So, bruh, man, the big dog CEO out here all boo-booed up like that's his woman at the Coldplay concert, all hugged up on her. But when the camera flash, you want to duck and dodge. Don't duck and dodge, player. Own it. Live up to it. Embrace it in. Embrace the cheat. Matter of fact, at this point, you the CEO of the company. You making so much bread. It's not even considered company. It's called company benefits and perks. Especially when it's coming from the head of HR. Literally, the head of HR. You know what I'm saying? Just saying, man. You can't make this stuff up.
I mean, I'm a movie buff.
Right, right.
And I believe it was Quantum of Solace,
Okay.
the second one. Um, in that movie, my father taught me to pay attention to everything, from movies to literature. Pay attention because everything relates. What you think is sci-fi fiction is something that human beings are working toward, or they're doing. And then Quantum of Solace, I believe that was the second one, right? The
Uh-huh.
second James Bond. If you remember, he had caught the bad dude in the beginning and he escaped. And later in the movie, James Bond ends up going to the opera and he ends up overhearing the bad guy, the evil corporation. I think their name was Solace. He ends up hearing them and he barges in on their conversation, and every last one of them acted like the CEO dude. They all got up, got to shifting and shaking, and James Bond captured them on camera. Did we not learn from that? Right? Actually, the bad guy that was in the very beginning of the movie that had escaped him, he was sitting there in the whole opera. He did the smartest thing ever. He
And not
sat
move the
still,
muscle.
did not move the muscle. He leaned over to who he was with and said, I guess they don't like the opera. And I learned in that instance when I saw that movie is that it's not what you do, but how you react to things that dictate the narrative of the story. As the whole world knows, yeah, I mean, me personally, we like who we like,
Mm-hmm.
cheat with who we cheat with, but I mean, your wife was probably a little bit better, sir, but that's just my opinion. You out here cheating with who you was cheating with. Your wife looked better, but even aside from that, all you had to do was stand still and call it a day. It was the reaction of him ducking and dodging, like you said, own it. And you went viral and lost your marriage on Facebook online, and you can try to blame Coldplay, you could try to blame the cameraman, but at the end of the day, we all have to live with the consequences of the actions and choices that we make. What I found so interesting was we're all focused on him because he was married, but well, he still is, but going through a divorce. But so was the head of HR. She was married too. Now we're gonna blast him, obviously, because he's a CEO owner, and she's the head of HR. But she's married too, and I haven't heard anybody talk or say anything. I haven't heard her husband say anything about this, which I find really interesting. Um,
I hope
and
he venomous. So I hope so.
I haven't heard anybody. Maybe we can try to get in contact with him, see how he feels about it. We all are talking about the CEO. We gotta see how he feels about it, because I know as a man, and it's me being me, I'm probably gonna quietly remove myself from the situation. Right now, the wife of the CEO, she changed her name back right on Facebook. That is the official status of you being single in this digital age. Changing your name or changing it back depending on what you're doing. But I know me personally, oh yeah. By the time she would have gotten home, one or two things would have happened. Either I'd be gone and be off the face of this planet because why not? Or them locks would have been changed and she wouldn't have been getting in. But either way, we need to talk to this young man. We need to see how he feels. Because I want to hear his perspective on why his wife was in another man's arms with her head under his chin, looking like the LeBron James prom picture. Okay. I would like to know.
You know
Inquiring
what?
minds want to know. You know.
You know what? You said how you would do, and that's the right diplomatic way to do it. I truly commend you, my brother. I respect your decision, but that's not how I would do. Cool. My wife go cheat. I'm not changing locks. I'm not packing no clothes. I'm finna find one of my good single friends. And we all got that one. Let me get your black book. And I'm going straight to the ATM machine. I'm leaving my front door unlocked, all the lights on. And when she walk in the house, she will get a show of her lifetime. Because they say it's nothing like a woman scorned. It's nothing like a man that plots revenge. Especially, you know what I'm saying? It's all over the place. It's worldwide. Even baseball, I think it's the Phillies. Yeah, I think it's the Phillies.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
even had a joke about it.
Or
So
was it the Braves? Was it the Braves or the Phillies?
I think it was the Phillies because they use that green thing that they got.
Oh, that's yes, yep. It was, yeah, they got in on the joke. Do you know how?
That's why I
Do you?
segued with the baseball earlier. So yeah,
Yeah,
it all
no,
came full circle.
yeah. Now, do you know how you've become the world's running joke overnight? Like I heard an individual say that this man, this couple, this CEO of Astronomer, we should probably be somewhat thanking him. Through his loyal sacrifice of cheating, he has united the world. We have put aside our BS for the time being and all looked and gazed upon to laugh at his. We shouldn't be laughing at the downfall, but we're laughing at his reaction and things that happened, his lack of accountability. And here's a man who took a lack of accountability because he blamed Coldplay, he blamed the cam. My guy, you sneaking around. These two didn't have not one care in the world. These two, seriously, they thought they were 14 years old again. Okay.
So beautiful. Love, young love is beautiful.
They thought they was 14. They done got you know, you done got your first girlfriend in high school. Y'all sweethearts. Y'all think it's y'all against the world, and y'all be able to take on everything. All right. The bright-eyed expression of hope and joy and comfort that was in their eyes
Oh,
in the
so
was beautiful until that
that
hope,
cameraman,
joy, and pride was shattered by the cameraman, by the
that evil,
jumbotron.
that evil, sadistic, diabolical cameraman
Cameraman.
want to express they love until the entire stadium. He did not know it was leading out to the world. He did not know that he was finna destroy not one, but two homes, which he didn't even destroy. My bad. He or she did not destroy it. They chose to destroy it. When they decide, they say that, hey, FHR rules. I know you had an HR, but you're mine. I owns you.
Head of HR. You are the leader. I remember when the story broke and I looked at this, I know right out the gate, if I worked at that company, I'd be waiting on HR at the door. Matter of fact, HR wouldn't be able to tell me nothing. That girl that I like at my job, oh, I'm shooting my shot right there in front of HR. Hey girl, how you doing? You know you're the one I'm really pursuing, and I would like to get to know you. Would I give you my name and jot down your number? You get mine in exchange, right?
Hey
You're
man,
gonna
I'm
put
putting
a
I'm laying, I'm just walking up. Cause somebody else, I heard some other stuff earlier. You know what I'm saying? It was hold on, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it, I'm gonna get it. A woman don't cheat if you got a big stick, right?
hmm
That's what they was talking about earlier. So if you just walk up and just pull out and say, "Hey, I got this right here," she's not gonna cheat and she's gonna be completely happy, right? From
hmm
their logic. So when HR come up and I see a woman at the desk, that a woman in the office that I like, I'm just gonna walk up, pull my pants down, and say, "Huh, you mine now?" So we gonna do it like the old caveman do, and just grab her by her hair and pull her to the back closet and put some work in, and look at HR like, "What? Everybody else getting away with it. Why can't I?" I just want to see how long that I get. I don't know. I'm thinking maybe 60, 70 years in prison for that, but I shouldn't.
Well, my whole deal is my whole deal is, you know, the HR lady is a no fraternizing, and you literally fraternize. Like you realize, like, you know, why should I? I don't have to follow no rule. I'm gonna shoot my shot at the girl that I like. You know, oh no, I'm shooting my shot. I'm shooting my shot every day because you didn't care. I don't have to care. Right? That's the
I'm,
deal with being in leadership.
I'm
Right?
like Kobe. I'm
Honestly.
shooting in the gym every day. I'm putting up 500 a day. I'm shooting my shot.
hmm As you should.
The rules no
Um,
longer apply.
you know, but can we take a moment to for our listeners, for our future, current, and past listeners, understand me when I say this, and I say this from the bottom of my heart. Technology is not your friend. Apparently, the CEO of Astronomer, didn't learn this from Kwame Kilpatrick. Because see, Kwame Kilpatrick taught us that text messages were our friend. Now the CEO astronomer is learning that the jumbotron and kiss cams are not your friend. Okay, let us learn that technology is not our friend as much as we think it is, and anything that we really want to hide and keep, we really should minimize the contact or
Exposure.
hey, the exposure. Matter of fact, we can go back to the days of old. I remember the days of old where do you like me, yes or no, where we used to write that on a piece of paper and put a check box for yes or no. And for those of us who was really slick, yes and yes. Okay. Uh,
Yes, a
um,
yes. Oh my God.
had I put two boxes. I didn't say what they had to say. Um, Yeah, and then we fold them up. Teacher try to come, we rip it up or chew on it, and dissolve. Hey, you got to put that back together. Teach. It's like but
Hey,
it is what it is.
hey, you know what? I was a heathen back in school. My teacher took the note and I looked at her. I'm like, and she looked at me and I looked at her. I was like, so you gonna answer? Yes or no? You know what I'm saying? For real. I
you
I'm a I was a heathen.
you looked at me, I looked at him, and you looked at her. She looked at you. You know, But then it also brings it to this, right?
Uh-huh.
Because you said, to kind of circle back a little bit of what you said a couple minutes earlier, you were saying about how women don't cheat. Oh, I'm sorry, how women just, hey, I got it right here. They'll be satisfied. I'm swinging my forearm in between my legs. So it's interesting what people gonna do what people are gonna do. I don't
True.
care. You get, women. If you're listening, ladies, you can listen. You could have what you have. You can do what you do. If he doesn't want to be faithful, he's not going to. It's just what it is. And fellas, the same thing. You can have all the money in the world. You can have a decent to oversized endowment and still get cheated on with a dude who lives in his mom's basement. So, but I read something today that said women cannot be in survival mode and be submissive at the same time. And I looked at that, and from the bottom of my heart and the bottom of my soul, I realized that that's utter BS. The reason this is utter BS is because there are women out there, and ladies, you know who you are, and ladies, you know who your friends are, who is messing with a dude right now who has no job, no prospects, no nothing. He drives the girl's car while she goes and works at the job, then comes home to dishes in the sink or clothes not being folded. And he's sitting playing games by himself or with his homeboy, not streaming anything, mind you, and she still finds enough time to be submissive to him and and still is in survival mode to me because I mean dang, nigga can barely take out the trash unless you ask him, won't wash the dishes unless you
It's
ask him.
it's not
That
asking, it's begging.
bet yeah, is begging. So, you know, whoever wrote that post, you're full of it because women do that all
I
the
said
time.
you're full of shit.
Women submit. People submit. I'm gonna say people because because for us fellas, when we find the one that we want to be with, we have to submit to on a certain level too. Because just simply saying that we're honoring our wives or are honoring our significant others, you submit and follow the rules for the ones you want, and for the ones you don't, you don't. There's no more, no less. There's no more, no less. And I don't care who disagrees with me until you get rid of all the women that let these no prospect dudes that they're supporting, these man children that you're supporting and humping on, until them all them women get rid of every last dude. You cannot beat me on this. My logic is undeniable. You just have to accept the loss that I've given you. And it is what it is. So, it's definitely an interesting truth. You get, that fellas, that takes the pressure off us. I say this to take the pressure off us men who are really trying, really grinding. Still keep grind. Still keep your grind up. Still keep going. But grind for yourself. Grind because you have a goal and a purpose, not because you feel that these ladies, are putting undue pressure on you. No, they're not. They are, but you ain't got to fold to that. These women don't even know what they want. Some of these women are out here dating women that look like men. So, don't don't feel don't feel bad. That's all. You know, I want to uplift my fellow brothers because I know there's a lot of dudes that are really trying to really put it down, do the thing, and hold the world up. And for all the fellas that's doing that, kudos. I see you and I hear you, and let you know I got your back.
All right, since we got the nice guy out the way, I'm gonna be the realest. I'm the realest. I look. I used to be the type of person that's gonna bring flowers on a date, cards, candy, feet rubs. You know what I'm saying? Making sure my woman is number one priority in my life. And you know what? When I got fucked, I didn't even get a reach around. So let me tell you something. Fuck that. She wants you to give her the motherfucking world. She wants you to give her the world. And at the end of the day, if you ain't the one she want, you could give the world, the moon, the sky, Kepler B, and everything. And she still will not like you. She will not respect you. And she will not treat you right. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to mention people directly, but I got some partners that gave everything, turned into a goddamn human pretzel, bending over backwards for these women. And I'm gonna say women because in the beginning they was women, in the end they was bitches. So, and it's not like that I'm against love or I'm through with love or I'm done with love. No, I'm not. I really am not. I'm like this. At the end of the day, she tell you, she show you every chance she get, she don't like you, let alone love you. Throw love out the picture because the love is irrelevant. Love is a feeling. If she don't choose you, she don't like you. So if she don't like you, she can never love you. Because at the end of the day, you could do all this stuff. She want to take a trip to Dubai, 20 racks. But at the end, she don't post pictures with you. She don't show you in her videos about what she's doing. She's showing everybody all her goods. She don't respect you. So what you do? You sit there and take your $50,000 job, $60,000 job, or whatever the case may be. She say you ain't motivated enough. You ain't this enough. You ain't that enough. But you sit there and they'll sit there and run to somebody that has nothing. Build them up. And you ask her, hey, can you help me get my ID because I'm kind of busy? Can you set me up an appointment? No. Figure it out for yourself. Cool, bitch. I will never allow myself to be put in that position again. To ask you for a favor, I'd rather die in a desert with nothing.
Drinking oil like Quantum of Solace.
You goddamn right, I would drink some fucking oil before I ask you for a drop of piss. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't even ask you for some water. Damn that. The simplest thing in the world to do is if I go to work 12, 13, 14 hours a day, if you doing absolutely nothing, and I ask you directly, are you doing anything? No. Can you bring me a sandwich, which you are 20 minutes away? And I'll call you an hour beforehand. That gives you plenty enough time to grab the sandwich and bring it to me. If you can't do that, cool. That little pedestal I put you up on, like you the queen, they want to be queens and bosses. Guess what? You constantly keep doing that. They will stay a queen. But you are not the king. You are the court jester. That's what you become. You are the laughing stock. So when you come in the room and everybody quiet, they was talking about you. You're not willing to go through the fire and come out on the other side? Cool. Stay a sucker. Stay a simp. Stay a fool. Stay delusional. Because iron sharpens irons. Diamonds cut diamonds. Understand this when I say this. Pressure bust pipes will make diamonds. Which one are you? You're going to be a busted pipe or you're going to turn yourself into a diamond? Either or. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, what you eat don't make me shit. But, hey, I put the advice out there for you. Either you get up off your ass and go get it, or, you know, that man she cheating with, go ahead and join him. Suck his dick too. Because that's all she looking at you as, just another one of her bitches. So, hell, he get his dick sucked by her and he get his dick sucked by you. Either you man up or you don't. Don't come crying after the fact. I'm just saying. My bad. I went on a little tirade. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is.
Tell us how you really feel, sir.
Oh, you want to know how I really feel? You want to know how I really feel?
Nah, you already did, sir.
Nah. I ain't even scraped the surface. You know what I'm saying? I ain't even scraped the surface because at the end of the day, Brother Kevin, I'm sorry, Uncle Kevin will tell you in a nice way. I was raised by the streets. I'm not going to tell you in a nice way. I don't like you. I don't respect you. You know what I'm saying? It's like this. True story. It's not too often to tell these true stories. I know this dude. He had a woman. I used to call this broad up. Over there on Joy in America. At the liquor store, when the store closed, I pull up, undo my zipper, she hop in, swallow some babies, and you know it is what it is. And she go home. True story. I got plenty of true stories, but I don't tell them all because I really don't talk about myself on this place because, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, dog, she didn't respect you. How is it that she respects you when you dropping her off at the hotel? And she telling me all about your business on how you can't get your gang up. So you fellas out here telling women all y'all problems. Guess what? She don't care. She don't care about what you're going through, how much you hurting, how much pain you go through. At the end of the day, 90%, I ain't gonna say all, 90%, they don't care. They just want the results. So when I'm struggling, and I struggle like anybody else. But will I talk about it? Not to her. How was your day? It was beautiful. It was lovely. It was wonderful. Am I going to talk about my back pain? Nope. My feet pain? Nope. How much mental stress, agony I'm going through? Nope. For what? So when she pissed off, she can throw it back up in my face. Oh, if you was a real man. Oh, I hate those words. Those words will make me go back on a promise of nonviolence. You know what I'm saying? I would turn into a preacher and put my hands on you. And I'm not trying to dip you in the water to bring you closer to God, to bring you closer to the holiness. But if I put my hands on you, I'm going to bring you closer to wholeness. But I'm just saying, that's how I really feel.
All righty then. Did that strike a nerve?
Actually, you know what? Yeah, it did. It did. Yeah, it did. It struck a big nerve. You know what I'm saying? Because I got some partners, man, that's really going through it, dog. And I don't I don't appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't appreciate it. Especially, it's like this. It's not you, but I'm gonna say, look, you go to work every day, right? You
Hmm.
drive an hour or two to get to work. Then you mess around and drive work for like 14 hours. So basically, you gone for 16 hours a day, right? And you come
Hmm.
home, and the first thing said to you, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this, you need to do this need to happen, this need to happen, and this need to happen. Is it a dire emergency? No, but I want it done now. Could you have did it? Yes, but that's your job. I thought my job was providing food for this household, but I may be mistaken on that one. So, am I wrong or am I just bitter? Which one? Let me know. It's okay. You can tell me the truth. Am I bitter?
You might seem a little haterish. But the truth is this: everybody has roles. But let's before I even hit the gender thing, let's just talk about being adults, right? Like
Mhm.
being an adult, which I think a lot of people don't know how to be, because a lot of people didn't learn certain skills like working together, right? It's about working together. Let's skip the whole who cooks, who's this. Look, let me tell you something. And this is what I have always found a problem with when women say I'm a boss chick. Um, why are you a boss chick? Are you a boss chick because you're making boss moves? Sure, I'm cool with that. But I need to know what boss moves are you making? I.e., are you making boss moves to be a CEO and you're employing people? Or are you talk about making boss moves being a basic individual that all adults should, oh, I own my own car. That's a boss move. No, that's a person that paid off their car. Cause I own my own car. Oh, I'm a boss. I'm a boss because I got my own house. Well, everybody should have their own dwelling space. That's what's called being an adult. Oh, I'm a boss thing because I get my own paper. Oh, yeah. If you have a job or a career that pays you anything, you're getting your own money. So I have to, the things that's being celebrated, what a boss chick is. Yeah, the truth is, what a boss lady, boss chick. You're not being a boss. You're just being an average worker. But you guys have been women get
Condition.
hyped up into the conditioned or hyped up into that. That's what that is. But I'm sorry, ladies. She's just regular degular. And I'm not trying to hate on you. I'm not saying that you're not a boss or you can't be a boss. But when you say you're a boss, unless you're employing individuals, uplifting people, maybe got a couple different streams of net worth coming in. If you're just simply bragging about a car that you bought or paid off, which that's a cool accomplishment, but that's nothing spectacular. If you sign up for a car and you make a payment and a half on the car, you know what I'm saying? If your note is $300 and you turn around, you're paying double that, and you pay it off in 2.5 years instead of five. Kudos to you. You're on the fast track, but I mean, until you own the car lot or you own every aspect of your life, you're just an average person doing average things. And I really think we need to stop because you never hear men say, as a whole, you don't hear them saying, yo, I got these boss moves right here. Yo, I got my own place. I got my own car. You like for guys, we're like, yo, we done finally leveled. Now we at the spot to be considered average, to be considered just basic, right? Hey man, let's say you're 18, fresh out of high school. Cool, fresh out of high school. Yo, you're probably still living with your parents, but let's say you luck up You go to school, you get you a trade, cool. Get you a nice little trade skill, boom, 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 boom. Let's say in 6 months you were living with your parents, you level up and you get your own place. Cool. Or you get your own car first. Then another 6 months you get your own place. Cool. So now you got the car, or you got your career, you got your job, and you got your car. All right, and you got your own place. Okay, cool. You just became a basic, decent, employable, and what's the word I'm looking for? Uh,
Responsible.
responsible. You've become a member of society that a contributing member of society. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, cool, and that's good that you're a contributing member. But all people should be contributing members of a society. The same features or the same functions that this young man does, when in the hands of a woman, she's a boss chick. I got my own place. I got my own car. Stop listening to Bootsy and Webby and all them, okay? Because they're closer to bosses than you are, okay? Like, let's keep it real. Like for us, if us guys said, "Yo, I got my own car, I got my own crib, I got my," ain't no bragging on that, man. It's like, okay, cool, you an adult, okay? You
Hey,
ain't
you
do
know
nothing
what? You know
special.
what's funny though? You know what's funny? How they want to claim they bosses, right?
Hmm. Yeah.
They never are. Because you know what a boss do? They make sure everybody eat. But when these women become bosses, oh, I got to eat. It's about me now. I have to live my truth. I'm living in how they do it. I'm living in my truth. It makes me happy. I'm doing this for me. But when a man levels up and he making boss moves, he got to make sure everybody eat. He got to make sure the wife eat, the kids eat, his team eat. Because guess what? He realized the simple fact of the matter is the team. If the team don't make, if the team is starving and I'm the only one eating, guess what? You are no longer the leader. You are prey. We're going to prey on you because we know where all the bodies hang. You know what I'm saying? So these women talk about I'm a boss, I'm this, I'm that. No, you're not. You a joke. You a mistake. You an idiot. You're delusional. You know what I'm saying? When a man makes more money, he looks out for who? The family. When a woman makes more money, oh, I have to do this for me. Bet. So I didn't pull some stuff these women did. I did one thing this woman did. I made more. I said, this is for me. And all of a sudden, what about your family? What about them? When the shoe was on the other foot, it was about everybody else. It was about you. But when it's on my foot, it's about me, right? You
Right.
don't like it when it's about me. So don't be mad when the rabbit got the gun and it's hunting season. You know what I'm saying? When you want to be the king of the household, that crown is too heavy for your head. Because guess what? Put a little pressure on the average woman. On the average woman, she start cracking. I don't need a man. We know all this seen these videos of I don't need a man. Okay, how well that work? How well that turn out? The first thing you want to do when the pressure's on, you want to run to that man. No, don't run to that man now. You know what I'm saying? You said you didn't need him, right? So you didn't need him. Oh, my lights is out. I don't know how to do this. I can't do that. I don't have the money to pay for somebody to do that. Wait a minute. That's what a boss do. A boss take care of that. Do your boss moves, baby. Man, oh my bad. Woman up. A real man. Oh no, 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 no. You didn't want a real man. You wanted the NIGGA. So you can get drunk and smoke weed all day. It don't matter if you're lonely, baby. I'm just trying to put this pipe in your life and not think about you twice. You know what I'm saying? But it is what it is. I'm not trying to be your friend. I'm not trying to be your roommate. I'm not trying to be your partner. I'm not trying to love you. I'm finna be like Jim, Joan, Tyrone, Craig, Pookie, Day Day, and them. I'm only here to use your car, burn all your gas out, tell you fill your tank up, lay the pipe down at night and disappear on you and go play video games with my homies all day. Because guess what? That's all I need to do. I got to keep working out, have a tight body, lay the pipe down right. Anything else, you got that because you's a boss. You know what I'm saying? Then all of a sudden
Mhm.
you just happen to get pregnant. Woo! You know what? I got to go. I got something to take care of real quick. Let me use your car. I'm bust up from Michigan. I'm in Ohio now. You got to figure it out. You ain't gonna put me on child support because guess what? I ain't even got a job. I'm finna go find the next woman to lay up on. Put pipe down on her. And guess what? It's more. I can find more of them than I could. You could find of. You can find more of them than you can find of me. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. It's hilarious. It cracks me up. He did me wrong. I'm a changed woman now. What's that chick that allegedly married Kevin Gates? Uh, Brittany Renner. I'm a changed woman. I deserve. I'm Muslim. I'm not the person that was getting piped down by everybody that I ran across. I understand it may stretch like a rubber band, but eventually that rubber band wears out. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
You done got too many soul ties. I'm straight. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to. I'm not trying to make that kind of connection. This ain't. We not coming back in 2 minutes. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no love connection around here. You know what I'm saying? Look,
Mhm.
to be honest about it, you got 10 minutes, maybe less than that. Especially if I don't care to be around you. I'm in. Bye. Thank you. Got to go. You know what I'm saying? They need. I didn't want to
Yeah,
do it. I didn't want to do it. But look at Puffy. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, but you know what? At the end
What's
of the
that?
day, people have to people in general have to realize that, and I and in America, and I'm gonna say the Western women are. I know a lot of Western women are not gonna like what I'm about to say, but a lot of you Western women just are not um
Marriage material.
that, and they're not desired. There was I can't think of their podcast, but there was a group of gentlemen talking on a podcast about this. They were the women on there were trying to debate them about how they're seen out in the world. Like the women are trying to debate the men on how American women are seen. And the dude straight said nobody's checking for you all. Okay, everybody is saying, passport pros. And I will say, because everybody's flooding to these countries, they are gonna start messing it up. But for all intents and purposes, there a lot of people don't check for American women the same way they check for American men. And the young men were saying, "Hey, I've been outside the country. I know how we look for women, and how like the women are looking for, like how American women are perceived versus how uh any other culture women is perceived." And the young women on there were trying to say, "No, that's not true." But it's like, I was the one that traveled the countries. You haven't. So I know what they say about you. And I'm gonna be real, this message of um what's the word I'm looking for? Just everything is the same. But this deunification message that we have is really going to hurt us in the long run. Um, you don't hear the Germans, you don't hear the Africans, you don't hear the Arabics, you don't hear them talking about 50-50 and who does it. You only hear the West talking this reckless foolishness, because life itself is 50-50. This is why people don't this is what people don't understand about going 50-50. The world is made up of 50-50. Human beings are 50-50. Any creature on this planet, starting with us, down to cats, dogs, lions, tigers, bears,
Oh
any
my.
creature, oh my, that has a female and male counterpart, they're 50-50 right out the gate. They're 50-50 because no matter how many eggs a woman has, if there's nothing to seed them, they have no children. No matter how much seed we us fellas have, if we have nothing to spray it on, there are no children to be born. Our very existence is 50-50. It takes two humans or creatures when they have two counterparts to come together to make one creature. That's 50-50. That's why everybody sounds so stupid on this. The world is a living 50-50, and only a stupid higher functioning beings are actually arguing this. We're actually, oh, I don't need 50-50. Like there's a woman pastor, and yeah, I'm gonna call her out, called Imprint 1038. She got up on the pulpit and said, I'm not going 50-50 with a man because that means I'm getting half of a man. And she just thought she said something so spectacular. And I wish I could have cast that demon out of her right there on the spot. Because where in the Bible do you find that? You don't find that nowhere in the Bible. Like when people come and say things, and I'm a preacher's kid. I grew up in church. That was straight foolishness because I can tell you right now, I can tell you where to go and the scriptures to say, hey, how do you judge the worth of a man? It ain't just by his money, it's about his character. And for us fellas, for you ladies, you women think you bosses, but you're not. When you start moving how the virtuous woman does over there in Proverbs 31 and 10, when you start moving like the virtuous woman, then you can talk to me about being a boss, right? You can talk to me because as a because I know we're getting closer to time, so I'm gonna wrap it up quick. The virtuous woman
Preach, my
is
brother.
a multiplier. Like it talks about how she uses flax and wool. And for y'all who don't know what flax and wool is, back in those times, those are fabrics. That's the wool, obviously from sheep, but flax, that's all material. She's able to design and sell it. Everything her husband brings to her, she turns around, she becomes a true helpmeet. She turns around, her husband buys her a vineyard. She's out there stumping on grapes, making wine. She's out there making the house better, not for herself. She's making the house better for everybody. She knows when her husband comes home, what he has given her, she done multiplied it, she done helped out. Now he don't have to work as hard because I brought in 100 pieces of gold. That's okay, baby. I'm glad you did. Guess what, babe? I got us 150. I got us an extra 200 pieces of gold without selling some booty, without flashing some titties. Okay, because that's the most important part we got to get out of here. She did all this and kept her honor, kept her glory, kept her reserve and discretion. She got out there and she kneaded the dough. She walked on the grapes to make wine. She turned around and sold clothing and sheared sheep so they would have wool and money. See, that is a boss chick right there. That's how you make boss moves. Because as you said earlier, bosses have to make sure everybody runs right. Okay. The husband is the first boss. That's the head boss. The wife is the second boss. She's under him. She's the co-boss. So while I'm bringing in everything to this household, I expect these bills to be paid. Okay. If I'm bringing $2,000 into you, I expect our $1,000 worth of bills to be paid. I don't want to see not one past due notice when I'm going out to work and I'm making enough or more than enough. There shouldn't be one past due. Matter of fact, the creditor should be calling me saying, yo, you got a credit on your account. You don't even got to pay us for 2, 3 months because your wife has been paying so much that you guys now have a break. That's a woman. That's the woman I want. Okay. That's the woman you need. That's the woman that every working man that has goals needs. He doesn't need a leech. He doesn't need somebody who says, I need you to buy me. And the truth is, and I'm gonna wrap it up on this, when women do what they're supposed to do, if a woman is with a man who's doing what he's supposed to do, and you're doing what you're supposed to do, when you're with the right man, you don't gotta tell him what you need. He's gonna look and give. You'd be like, oh, you know what? Yo, let me get my baby. My baby been riding around in this car. Yo, let me see what a new car payment, how I can swing this new car payment so she can ride around kind of nice and she can ride around in the car without the gas gauge not knowing if it's going to work, without the tires sometimes working, but you know what I'm saying, without it looking rusty and busted. Let me see what I could do. See, that's what you women don't understand. For whoever hears this, when you're with the right man, he'll see everything and try to make your life smooth because you've made his life smooth. But you got to have team building skills, and a lot of women don't. And
Real talk,
that's my
a lot of men don't either. But you know what I'm saying? 50-50, a lot, that's where the problem comes in at. A lot of women look at 50-50 as financial, and it's not.
and it's not. It's really not.
So that's why every woman I date, run across and whatnot, you going 50-50 on this with me? And if it's a slight hesitation or attitude, I'm straight. Lose my number. Look, at this point in life, I don't care. We don't have to talk. We don't have to communicate. We don't have to do absolutely nothing with each other at all ever in life. I'm a cold-blooded SOB. I am. I walk past you while you begging for change on the corner. Nope, I ain't got it, and I got a pocket full I can spare. But I'm not going to do it. Look, dog, real talk. I'm not gonna lie about it. I'm not. You know what I'm saying? Because prime example, I used to look out for people that used to be on the boulevard in the lodge. Then one day I'm actually driving down the lodge and I see all the food and stuff that I used to give people because they said they was hungry. It's right there. They threw it over on the freeway. So from that point on, I realized like people don't want kindness. People don't want decency. People just want what they want. So if I'm like this, I bring 50% and you don't, cool. I'm taking my 50 off the table. Don't worry about it. And I really love when they say, I am the table. So you only look good on all fours then, huh, baby?
Okay.
That's where you are that's the only place that you shine is on all fours. Other than that, I'm good. I'm look, man, I told you, dog, I'm ruthless now. That person that used to be happy and nice, you know what I'm saying? I grabbed that shovel and them black gloves. I killed that SOB. He ain't coming back. This is who you got to deal with. They did a number. It broke me. And I'm living in my brokenness. So
It just means you gotta heal, my guy.
I have healed. I heal every time I go to the gym. Every time I pick up a piece of steel. Every time I make a deposit in my account, I'm like, whoo! Thank you, Jesus. You know what I'm saying? I ain't got to break bread with nobody except my little monsters that's upstairs. That's who I break bread with. I ain't worried about nobody or nothing. You can't stop. You can't stop me. Can't stop, won't stop. Bad boy. Yeah, take that. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Puffy, man. When Puffy coming home? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? We ain't did no shots outs in a minute. I'm taking lead. Shout out to Puff. You know what I'm saying? You didn't beat that Rico case. Fellas, do not Uber a chick to your crib. because they will consider it as what is it called? Transporting?
Trafficking.
Trafficking. They will consider that as trafficking. If she want to come over, pay her cash for the Uber when she get there. Don't pay for it. You know what I'm saying? They can't track the cash. You know what I'm saying? So cover yourself, fellas. And most of these women nowadays, they just the clean way of professional women of the night. They trying to secure the bag. You know what I'm saying? Because I know a whole lot of them is throat queens anyway. So, you know what I'm saying? They babysitters. They babysitters for the evening. You know what I'm saying? They prefer you to leave the kids in the crack house. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying?
You out of
So
pocket, sir.
I'm out of pocket. Am I lying? Oh, you married. You don't count no more. So I ain't lying. I ain't lying. You know what I'm saying?
I just said you out of pocket, sir. That's all I said.
Either they want the kids in the pink palace or they want them in the crack house. You know what I'm saying? Or they want some homemade proactive. Helps clear up the skin on the face. So that's all my shots out. You got any shots out, brother?
Shout out to my wife, who's crazy about me and drives me crazy all at the same time. But I ain't mad at it, man. I can't be and I won't be. Shout out to shout out to all the men that's actually out there trying to make it and do it. And the world constantly tells you that you're not enough or you ain't making enough. Don't listen. All right, because broke people have no opinions that you need to listen to. Okay, so keep doing you, keep grinding. Shout out to my family. Shout out to shout out to everybody that's doing what they got to do to survive and make it through.
One more shout out before I wrap it up. Shout out to Trojan. I like to keep y'all in business. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate the bear skin. Y'all do wonders. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, y'all that's it. That's it. I ain't got no more. I ain't got no more. That's it. That's all. And I'm gone.
Peace out.